since what, the WCF and LRV days, and she's been on fire on this team. Feels like the latest iteration is doing wonders. Can they make it to the semis? Will Big get in the way?
Got to wait a little bit to see the aggressive nature of the T side for Furia because they begin on the defense. So Big EQUIPA, 2 players taking space outside with this main smoke. Rest of the gang are in lobby.
This is the classic. You smoke over the waterfall. The PT-50 goes searching, and Giuliano tries to catch a timing through that smoke. Does not work out. But Jenny R's there for the trade. They are just running onto this site. But the CTs are standing strong, and it's Zana with that PT-50. Left in a 1v3, Bomb is in the middle of sight. And they're just waiting. Yeah, they're going to pincer all at once. Don't give her the chances. Oh, they almost did. But it is Furia's pistol.
Yeah, I'd say, well, that's messy just from everyone involved, to be honest. But Furia, really good trade spacing when they're on the site itself. Everyone is fighting in together. For Big, it was disjointed. Necessary trade came out of Squeaky. You think, okay, that might be the way into the site, but the Heaven player holds, the player back site holds. It was really good on the defense.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was actually the intention of that round from the start, because normally when that PT-50 is sent out, they kind of cross the secret. They're looking for fights towards Heaven and things like this. But when they don't get any contact, I think Giuliano just goes, all right, I'm going to make this play and walk through the smoke.
When you're the most experienced on your team, sometimes all you need is that little bit of magic, though, right? Sometimes that's all you need. Just someone making that play, making the decision, you've got to stick to it. Gab's just on the edge of this smoke, looking to farm up with the MP9. As much money as possible in the piggy bank to give Kara an AWP.
Yeah, I mean, Kara's got herself the premium weapon in this round. Very nice HE, softens up Big EQUIPA. Now they come, Gabs. One falls down, it's actually Kara that's going to get herself money for her AWP. Not as much, but that's nice and clean. Now it's time for those AKs to come out for Big EQUIPA. Very curious to see what their T side looks like. You've praised them a lot before as a team with very strong fundamentals.
Yeah, I think this Big EQUIPA lineup has been going from strength to strength. I think that they're continuously the most improved team. When I look at between Season 5 and Season 6, their macro is really good. Desk highlighted that as well. It's just about whether the individuals can chip up. That's always sort of been the conversation piece for this team. You had experience in Letty. You've got Paulie that started off strong. For Furia, look at this play. 3 start down Secret immediately. Only 1 from Big is outside, and that's Giuliano.
There's no one on A. Kara is like the closest in main. This is crazy. Giuliano. Oh, she might get a chance on the 1 here. Yeah. Quick flick down onto Xenia. We'll remove her.
The thing is, that's going to keep the players down here in Secret. Again, Furia are playing in the dark. It's just how much Big no. Giuliano's done it again. She's doing everything by herself, and now the rest of the team go ramp.
Yeah, all these players out here to greet Giuliano. She's alone. The rest of the team crawls down. Now, I guess the one bit of good news is you already have a rotation down here. Giuliano surely
no, you don't
dead to rights. Oh, is there one to play Trigger Discipline to see if any more were coming, but quickly apparent that's not the case, so she'll be in the right place. They're already down on site. She's going to hear that. Try and get ahead. Can't convert the spray. Bomb to go down. Big EQUIPA looking to get on the board.
I think we see this a lot just from teams in general in ESL Impact, and especially for the South American ones as well, right? You feel like Izza's set up in that position to get info. She shouldn't be the one going for the fight immediately. Once you guarantee that players are on B, you can rotate down. You can maybe go in towards single door, lock off that space, or even just sit in towards double, lock off the control room. I know you got to try and make the play. Maybe you can try and cut off the bomb, but if you survive there, you've got more chance in the round.
Yeah, I mean, we watched that K27 game.
Yeah, we
did. We watched that from the crowd. That was, yeah, quite the affair. And the individuals were insane from Furia. I felt like every single one of them was winning their aim duel instantly, like just straight to the head. I think Gabs and Izza in particular were phenomenal.
It's all well and good being that emboldened, but if that doesn't work, you've got to rely back onto what does. I mean, this round was just all Giuliano. Just manipulates the rotates, keeps them down at Secret, and by the point that Izza removes her, it's too late. Big split.
That was around with all the MP9s, Famouses and the like, so that's why they go for a bit of a funky setup towards Secret. We don't get the AWP. Car actually keeps further money. Instead, it will be mostly rifles.
Interesting variance here as well. Furia blowing up the second smoke outside. Rather than the first one, Gab's got dinked. Paulie notes it and just runs her down immediately. That's going to pull an outside player.
Yeah, so nice. Just committing to that kill, knowing that with the molly drop, she's panicking, just wanting to get out. Can't get away if you just chase her down. Worth the damage from the flames, just secure the advantage. Especially on a map like Nuke. Car doesn't see any follow-up though, so she's gonna start to move about. Big pause, and now they will take that space. So Car will get here a little too late. Maybe still a chance to do some damage. No, D Molotov forces her way back.
There are players here. Xenia is still lying wait. There are flashes potentially available. The smoking towards control room gives Big that breathing room.
Okay, really well timed, just as they started to scale up the stairway. And you still got this player on top of main you have to deal with. Juliana's just been hanging out there. Can't just deal with her, to be fair. But Paulie's low, so there's certainly a chance here. As it doesn't open up the door as a player, you can see the silhouettes. One close by, one behind the silo. Furia making no secret of their approach from that position. Izza gets one, trade out immediately. And now they start to swarm. But a double up from Ramp, smoked off right now. And they walk straight through, but it leaves it to Zana. Kizzer and Lutens get a kill apiece, but time isn't there. Does she have it? This is down to the wire. Oh my God.
She got it. She got it, and that was the big issue there for Big. It's the fact that they had space, but they didn't at the same time. They had ramp. That was the only route that they got down into the B bomb site in the first place, but they smoked themselves off in control, so they didn't have double doors, they didn't have single. They tried to go for this bait and switch with one top rafter taking the contact. Jenny in towards the double doors. When it swings open, you can't see her. But the trade went the other way. Letty gets dealt with, then it's Jenny forced into the fight, and that means that single player can swing immediately. Furia pounce on the opportunity, Big left in the dark, pushing through their own utility in the end, and they can't get it done. That's the big fight, 'cause if that trade goes the other way, Big are in control. Instead, it completely falls apart.
That's really impressive, to be honest, from Furia to be able to bring that back, considering it was a 5-on-4 when the bomb went down. Giuliano gets found out on top of main. I think she was trying to catch the timing on the rotating main player, but it was all just debating Car from back, because I think they knew that she was on top.
It's good that they addressed that quickly, because that could have been, again, just a waste of time for Furia. Instead, it wasn't. All by design.
There's the AWP. Car, who is being one of the best players in the entirety of South America.
Been really good to see her resurgence, because that was a common criticism of Car. It's like she'd go missing sometimes on LAN. This time has arrived. That molly is brilliant because it just separates the players. Gab's over at ramp. There needs to be a trade here from Letty. And instead, it could invite Car onto the angle. Everyone is finding kills here for Furia, and there is no rebuttal from Big.
Oh, Jenny, what can you do there? Flash coming to your face. The player from below. The AWP is the one that swings and gets the frag. Giuliano just looks to inflict some damage at this stage. Be able to catch this player. Well, now they know her position. We're both squinting at this minimap to work out where the bomb is. It must be in that...
It's got to be on ramp.
It's got to be, yeah, over at ramp. There's a whole pile of bodies.
There's even a player boosted up here for Furia. There's no way.
There's 3 CTs. Yeah, it's not happening, Giuliano.
Damage is good. Damage is not bad here, but at the same time, you need to prioritize your own economy. As soon as you go around this corner, you're going to have no idea that someone is boosted up here. Great adjustment, but not the kill. It's Gabs that starts the round on ramp and finishes it.
Solid stuff from Furia on the ramp hold. Car comes back at the perfect time. Be an absolute nuisance with that AWP. It has been very ramp-centric so far from this T side.
It's been the same round. You've had the outside smokes, Giuliano, the only one going over there, trying to see if she can get in towards Secret and Main. And then, you're right, it just goes ramp. We haven't seen sort of any indication of an A-bomb site hit outside of the pistol. Not even more than one player outside, in general.
Well, why fix what isn't broke or is broke? Why just fix the broke thing? It's broken. They can't fix it. But they're running at it. Oh my god, style points, forgot.
Jenny's found 2 kills though.
Oh, Giuliano's caught one as well.
Hang on.
She knows another's there, the wall bang. In fact, it's a double up. Oh my god, the pistols.
They know. They might have an idea.
They do, because they just killed the player here. An element of surprise for Gabs, but still a 1-on-3. Walks forward, spots the player. Brought down low, the swing from Letty. That's the round.
And it starts off with a double no-scope against you. And yet, all the pistol kills collected. Jenny doesn't let the chaos betray her and said she's the one that comes around the corner. Double headshot with a P250. Finally, we get the lurk out of Giuliano paying off. And that's the round you win if you're big. That's that round you win. Crazy.
The only kills the CT got
was that collapse.
Was the collateral.
Before. Oh my god.
I don't know how the rifler by your side isn't able to find something there. It felt very flustered, in fact.
Need a replay stat.
That was, yeah, what a round. Yeah, where did Giuliano catch her kill too? A
Just
timing onto
lurking,
A.
Yeah, lurking out A.
This call that the pistols are rushing. You're not anticipating that Deagle lurking about. Here we go.
Oh, okay. So Jenny's come behind. There's been a second player, but there was a little bit of a whiff there. And then Giuliano uses that timing to catch these players that were either rotating down Ven or trying to go main. This could be a backbreaker, because sure, Furia can invest in again. They can get the AWP on Car, but there's a couple of MP9s here. They've not got all the utility they desire.
This one looks to be more outside-centric. Late re-smokes. So Span comes through, AWP fires off.
I've already seen a little tell here from Furia.
Oh. Ah. Ew.
And that is, if they have an AWP, they nade the front smoke. If they've got a rifle peeking outside, they nade the back one. Car has just knocked Paulie out of the round. There's one more player here. Zana will get the trade. 3 versus 3. HP will favor Big. Izzas rotated down immediately towards B. But Big look to scale outside.
If they go towards A, like a heaven ramp, that feels like the play right now.
But look at Furia. They've already pushed from ramp into lobby.
Yeah, they haven't scaled outside of hell, so to me that suggests they're going to go down ramp.
And if they do, that's the right play, because Izzas got no idea about this.
Oh no.
They're going to reset. They're going to go all the way up. But you've got so many angles to clear.
Yeah, I think it's that position top main, or drop down. They want to take advantage of where Jenny is. And they're lucky they do find nobody here. Tucked into the corner. Jenny doesn't quite spot Lilitons. But she'll be holding for this push. Now there isn't a kit, there is a bit of utility, but that's about it.
How do you isolate these fights? And the player from Heaven's going to be tricky as well. Flashbang in towards second, Ven pushes forward. Jenny's got the info and gets the kill. Jenny wants even more. Eviscerates Furia. Bigger Keeper are back. And that's the money completely gone for the CT side.
I was saying this to you earlier when we were watching Beerkeeper play, kind of comparing play styles of different players. And Jenny, I think, very similar to Vilka, where she can be a very aggressive T-side player, but I think she's one of the most impactful fraggers you will ever see in the server. Every kill makes a difference. Just being able to find that first and make sure they can only come through main. That has reset Furia financially.
And now you can look to build. Four rounds each, 4 rounds already on this T side. Feels really good if you're a Bigger Keeper. Car's been involved, but that feels like the only player right now that's doing anything for Furia. Be interesting to see when they get the guns back out. Are they going to take a risk? Are they going to fight forward for this outside control? Speaking to Swimpact players as well, and they say that they hold deliberately for aggression over towards like back red, and they call it we're holding for Furia because it's done so many times. They haven't brought it out yet.
Oh, Giuliano plays it safe. Oh, she might be done for now. Still holding strong for at least 2.
Done a job, right? Got the 2 players outside, and now Big can just go ramp again. It's the same round over and over and over again.
It's interesting, isn't it? Are we going to see any kind of more heavy outside presence, or?
I would love an APOC.
An APOC,
in this next round, right? Because you're going to reinvest again. Car has been saving for this AWP, the way to nullify it instantly, and you completely change the dynamic. And again, it's so same, it is so conditioned. Okay, they're gonna go ramp. Giuliano's gonna be the only one outside. They've shown the variance of a few more, but we never have had this upper hit, only in the mid to late round. Lula turns element of surprise dealt with by Jenny. At least Gabs walks away with an AK. That's the consolation prize in this round.
It's something, at the very least. Didn't get too costly. T-side starting to really get some legs, all tied up. We don't actually see the AWP. They prioritize the rifles instead. So Gabs could have maybe helped out there. And the difference now is it will be outside, but it's 4 players from Big that make their way here. Jenny are putting the pressure towards ramp, keeping that threat active.
And again, they need the deeper smoke if they've got a rifle looking for it. Big will cross.
4 players. Now, what's the response from Furia? You didn't get any info on this? Okay, Izzer is just jump peeking, but from a very passive position without any blocking utility.
What's going on over at A? Can we look at the mini-map here? Because again, a player's just walked off guard. Jenny is caught off Bazinia. Oh, but it's Izzer with the FAMAS. Gets 2.5. That's massive. Bomb can go down. Jenny can still hear these rotates. They know players are still here.
Yeah, but they've just lost another. Zana falls to Gabs. And Jenny's being held, at least temporarily. Now Luton feels that she's in the back line. It's been calmed over. They know that she's coming, and Giuliano holding for it.
Oh, they're leaving. They're just going to reset. And you don't have any info on this because ramp's been smoked off. Car will make it back in time.
Just about, but the bomb is allowed over. Oh, Car's going ahead. Car drops down straight into the firing line, but she's the one hitting all the shots.
Oh.
Almost the transfer, but no one was there to fight. Over the top comes Gabs. It looked good for Big. The cross the secret, they get down, but the FAMAS from Izzer gets 2 and a bit. And then Zana gets caught from ramp. Jenny's position then becomes a lot less useful. They almost find the way back in. I can't believe Kai just throws herself at it.
That's the most shocking part about all of that, because Furia were the ones, as you say, putting themselves back in the advantage, and then Car nearly throws it all away. Tries to create that space for Gabs, knows that she needs to go 1-for-1. A desperate play in towards heaven. You never think there's another one there. Jenny did. Nade's really good. In towards backside. Zana being really loud down that ladder. Gabs creeps in. Over at ramp with the MP9, and Big EQUIPA start to swarm. Letty will find her. Molly goes deep again. Big interested in B, but can't get by Car, who's in the Molly.
Yeah, Molly, I don't think it was quite deep enough, to be honest. And Lurtons catches off the lurk, and that's going to be a lot of players spotted, surely by Giuliano. They have managed to scale down. Molotov's not very deep, and Bazinia just charges through. Door opens, and they're just firing through. It's Zana. A 1 versus 3. She started it strong with 2 already. But Car hadn't even rotated yet. She's going to walk through main, straight through the back.
And Carr was never spotted outside. It was the MP9 that got the kill on Giuliano. So you think, well, maybe she started ramp, maybe she'll rotate heaven. Zana plants in the open, thinks she's got that time in, but she doesn't. Another impactful moment from the AWP of Furia.
I guess the last place you think the AWP will be main?
Especially when she gets this kill in hell, right?
Yeah, you think it's got to be ramp or heaven at the worst case, but no.
She never left, and to be fair to Furia, Big consistently haven't been ending where they first put out the propaganda. Over at B, no, just kidding. We're going to keep going back to A. We're going to keep going to reset, and here we go. Here we've got it. Letty's holding for the push.
Yeah, will the push come, or will she just tuck in at red and hope the kill comes to her? Because it will. She is stuck in here, so Zana will flush her out. That's a rifle that can also be picked up for Paulie. Card lies in wait with the AWP.
You can't cross. You can't cross. You got to get the bomb back.
There's no smokes at all.
They know this. They disengage. They reset. Car can now just calm this over. Guys, stay on A. I literally have all of outside. They cannot cross. With that being said, Jenny is really good at lurking out A and finding these timers. Currently being watched for by Izza.
She's been phenomenal at finding these gaps. Izza's angle is devilish. They could technically maybe go for a vent drop if they wanted to. Maybe they'll search and they'll find, but still 2 players lie in wait, and Izza's angle rewards her. It's Giuliano trying to fight back, but there's too many players here, too many players.
This has been a great half of Counter-Strike from Furia, if you think about it, because they got pistoled in that round where Carr found that double no scope. It felt like the money was broken. It felt like the game could escape them. As soon as they got the rifles back out, they reset. But also, it has been incredibly one-dimensional from this big EQUIPA side. The same beginning of the round, the same mid-round transition over and over and over again. It's been so easy for Furia just to be ready for it this time because Carr's got that deep angle. You can have 3 players lying in wait on A. Bazenia to be tested outside again. Look at the bites. Battered and bruised for this T side. And Bazenia's been taking lumps out of them with the utility.
A huge amount of damage done. And he doesn't quite clear the smoke, so again, a cross is allowed.
Oh.
Well, there is a slight toll. And Izza rotates down. You've already got one on the rafters too. Izza around the side. Spray doesn't quite work on the Zana, but another player. There's always another player. They keep coming out the woodworks. Everywhere you go, Furia are there.
This is important, but the player's tucked in towards CT vents. So
everywhere you go.
You can't do anything here. Unless you clear CT vent, but you can't. You can't get by that M4. And now Giuliano's 34 HP. They're really relying on Jenny to get the A kill so she can come back up the vent. Instead, Giuliano is left with nothing.
Surely not able to clear Gabs' position. Has to break the window or go out through the door. Either way, there's a sound cue. And with her HP, she needs the element of surprise. There's the cue. There's the smoke. I don't think she'll even be allowed to plant the bomb. Gabs from above, an 8-4 half for Furia.
Big Keeper gave themselves something in that first half, but was it enough of a foundation to survive the Panthers' pounce here on this T side? Because we know they're going to be aggressive. We know they're going to be unrelenting. That's what they were on that first half. And now for Big Keeper, it's all about survival. Fortify the defenses. They're coming in hot on A.
Very, very quickly. Letty still at least get one, but they're being overwhelmed. So much utility. Jenny R goes undetected, but again, only good for one. 3 players in heaven. Bomb not down yet, so at least some time for Big to set up. And in fact, they're going to try and pounce. They're going to be ones to take the aggression to them. Giuliano gets to. That delay in planting the bomb might have cost Furia. Less Gabs can come up good. No, it's Giuliano.
Brilliant call in that mid-round. Everyone grouped together. They've mollied off heaven. It has separated off our A players, but as soon as it disappears, we're going to run through. You might expect one player there. You don't expect the second. You certainly don't expect the third. Well handled from Big Keeper, because it was in those chaotic moments where it felt like Furia were the ones in control. This time, Big Keeper took charge.
Oh, just about for Giuliano. All headshots, though. Rewards herself with an M4. That last second bomb denial means nothing here for Furia. Alright, let's not get blocked. Okay, Letty will be all good. What are you making of this nuke from Big Keeper? Obviously we were shocked to see it come through the veto.
Yeah. Well, look, here's the thing. I knew the CT side was always going to be really good, and it was about whether they could sort of survive that first half, whether they could sort of get over the hump, and it felt like they did that. It felt like they, with that eco round, it did give them some rounds back in control. We've only seen Big Keeper play this once, right, in Season 6 against the ex-Crescent girls, and it was 4 rounds for them on T side. They started CT, and they were brilliant. That was even with them losing the pistol, they lost the follow-up, and it was all the gun rounds, and Giuliano at the top of the board. We are starting to see some trends. Giuliano at the top of the board. But the pistol this time has been converted as well. I think what was really interesting, the key difference between Fluxo and Furia in these best of ones is Fluxo were all about pushing. They were all about trying to have that control. They were the ones trying to assert themselves on the server. For Furia, what I was worried about was when the going gets tough, how are these rotations going to be? How are the communications going to be in the mid-round when it comes to your rotates? They were really brilliant. I think they were completely at ease of what was going on. It was a bit samey, it was a bit repetitive, don't get me wrong for Big Keeper, but Furia, they were really calm and collected in every single one of those moments, and they didn't overextend, which has been a big improvement to when I saw them last. Yeah,
absolutely. It feels like this particular iteration of Furia a bit more controlled.
I think a lot of that actually comes from Lula 10s as well.
Yeah, absolutely. One will cross. Ooh, good tag. Cops a few. Will get over successfully. Xenia looks to try and catch something. There's still 2 more players outside, but they're not committing any further. And the rotations have already come down B.
They have, but 1 left. 1 went back to ramp. Letty says, don't worry, Paulie, I've got this. Paulie instead will reset and go outside. Letty gets the crucial kill, and now Paulie's here to help Giuliano.
Yeah, everyone's sitting in smokes right now. Letty will cop a few strays. Zana spots one in garage. Furia poking and prodding right now across the map. And it's Bazinia and Carr. They poke a little harder. Letty's down lower, and they know she's low. Zana, this might be your round. No, it's Jenny. Undetected in the corner. Swaps to the AK on the floor. Can't convert that shot, but Zana does remove Bazinia. Jumps on top of the silos, falls back down. The molly, awkward, separates these Ts, and the vent, there's a player lying in wait. Feels like A is the only play. Zana, oh, the timing! And now they can just walk into A. Letty, they knew where she was, and they're holding for her.
Well done, again, from Furia. Just in this mid-round, keeping composed, keeping calm, because there was a lot of tripwires there that Big Keeper were trying to throw at them. And it feels like Zana, there's a rush of blood to the head there about whether the outside player is going to come back in towards lobby, whether the player that killed Jenny's reset, or what's happening here. Where are these players? They didn't know about the second one in towards main. It really is unfortunate because you think they've done enough. Jenny getting that kill enabled Zana to get the one on towards heaven. She never left her post. And falling down into the site, trying to be a little bit more linked with Letty. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think after she threw that Molotov from backside, she felt that her position was compromised in the 1-on-2, so had to be the one that kind of made the play. But the question was, where was that other T, right? That was where they had the uncertainty. She was anticipating it was going to be a player coming back through spawn, but no. Gabs goes and clears her.
Especially where the heaven kill felt so free as well. I thought she still got it in the doorway, sort of where you scale. Instead, she got it out on rafters on site, so I felt like she was really under scrutiny from main. They still got everything. Utility lacking a little bit, but at least Zana's got the AWP.
Yeah, this close main play might be unanticipated. Oh. Yeah, Zana wasn't ready for Izza to be ahead of the smoke. And this is not done yet. She's searching for more. On the T side, she is an absolute beast.
It's a small variation, but it's enough, right? And there's no utility outside. There's no flashes over the top. It's just a dry walkthrough. You catch the AWP completely unawares. And Giuliano, while she was prepared, she wasn't at the same time. It's just an instant haircut handed out by Izza. Paulie now left searching, scrambling. Where have these players gotten off to? A push through the lobby was tempting by Letty. She's now got this ramp control.
Yeah, slowly just going to make their way down. Rotations will come down from ramp, so still a chance for this to get interesting. Feels incredibly unlikely unless we can see a bit of heroics, and that was the opportunity. Lieutenant hits the instant headshot. The follow-through's there. Jenny's best case is just holding on to the M4.
Bomb has been planted. And what was it you said in that first half? They're everywhere. Once you find one, there's always one more. Lulaten's holding for Bazinia as she's lining up the ramp utility. Kill comes in, immediately Bazinia switches to her rifle. A save this time has to be the correct play. So Furia move to double digits, move to within just a few rounds of locking in a semi-final performance. The EQUIPA will have no say in that next round unless Jenny goes massive with this saved M4.
It's always interesting, Bazinia coming back into this team, right? She was a Furia alumni of old, but after a stint on a few different teams, I think most recently MIBR before this, she kind of went inactive for a little while. I think she was playing the Devil's game, the other one. It was an unexpected signing in that she'd just been out of active pro play for a while, but certainly found her footing back on this team.
I think it's interesting because whenever we see Furia just sort of ESL Impact finals, it's always been sort of the experience we've commented on. And I think by adding that blend now, you bring back Gabs, who has got wealth of experience.
Yeah, they just go into the back catalog every time we need a new player. Like, all right, we got any streamers, anyone that we used to play with, we can pull back in.
And you got Lulatens.
Fresh talent. Argentina's pride.
First put on our radar at the World Esports Championships in Yash was unbelievable with Team Argentina. Missed out this year to boot camp to prepare for ESL Impact with Furia.
Had some decent runs with W7M and LIV in the first couple of years.
Whenever she was sort of playing in those rosters, she was always top of the board.
Yeah, yeah. Great to get the call up and has been shining strong. Is up, removes the M4. She's actually nuts on this T side, like, it's just instant. That first bullet accuracy through the roof. Giuliano scoops up the M4. Maybe she can be a bit of a nuisance, but a nuisance is perhaps all you can hope for. And there's that kill. A couple of rifles you can scavenge. It will be a 5-round lead I'm actually going to throw a bit at this. They do have a kit, so no armor. So again, first bullet accuracy needs to be the name of the game. And this double setup. Can you break through? Not quite.
You can understand it to a certain extent. I mean, they got money to reinvest here, but if Giuliano saves that M4, she could drop an AWP. Like that's the
it's a very low percentage round, incredibly low percentage.
Yeah. Instead, they elect to have 5 rifles anyway. The fact that this was, again, look, Big taking the pistol, they get the follow-up, and then in the gun rounds, it has just been Furia. Time and time again. Car ascending on the server, and now we get an A hit. We didn't really have any A hits in that first half. Jenny full blind. Zana will find one in a second. Maybe that could be enough, but no. Giuliano will have to be the remedy, and she is in from main. And when it all looks said and done, it's Giuliano and Zana to keep Big afloat.
Yeah, for a team that didn't throw out any fast A plays, they're at least good on the hold against one. And it was slightly delayed too with that utility set.
It was 2 opening kills. That was a 3v5. You felt like, oh, okay, well, that was instant.
The rotations were so quick. Zana was just there, ready to get the 2 kills back off the back of the follow-up flashbang. And then, again, rotations incredibly fast from everybody. You see Zana's already in heaven, so 3 players you have to deal with. Giuliano slides out.
That's the key thing. Giuliano just running through that main smoke just to help out her team. Furia might be looking to run this right back.
Looks like it. 2 in hut. Less defended this time. Jenny R just drops down to play defense. Letty goes forward. Spray wild for Izza. That one doesn't quite convert. And it's looking like the CTs are breaking through until Lunatins comes through for 2. And Paulie needs to do the same. Can't quite do it. It's all Lunatins, baby.
And that was it. That was the moment for Paulie. Down, and you think she might not be out. But Lulatens finds so many kills on the site, and again, it's one of these rounds in which you think, okay, opening kills have gone the way. This time at the CT side, they're doing a really good job at holding firm. Jenny getting a crucial one at back silo, but Lulatens just kills absolutely everyone.
That second player coming from door after Letty dropped down and removed the first, right? You feel that you've removed a strong part of this attack. There's that drop down. I'm sure we'll see Lunaton's POV just sliding on through, fully blinded on the second. A crushing one for Big, who felt like winning this round was the critical juncture for them to get back in this and find a way to fight forward. But now their backs are against the wall.
They've come back once already against NIP on Dust 2 in this event. It's a bit more of a taller order, especially when your arsenal consists of 3 MP9s, a solitary FAMAS, and a single M4 utility. A lot left to be desired as well, and Furia have got everything. Oh.
You almost believe Izza hits those.
Yeah, you really do. Jenny this time ready to be greeting them down at Secret, but again, the MP9, the molly from Izza will at least hinder progress now for Big. They're in the dark once more.
Smoke lands, so at least Izza can't progress. A boost up from Cut. She'll go looking. They've nullified Giuliano's positions. They can start moving players. Now, Bazinia would have been hurt. And it's a double up in hell, so Big, they want to hold against this, but Zana hits the deck. Oh, everyone's falling. They're just running at them. Everyone falls. It's Furia through to the semis.